Morning. I have a poem that I wrote that I thought would be perfect for today, the summer solstice. And it is called The Nature of Yes. The Dunes. After the rain, I stood at the base of the dune, at the threshold of the back dune forest, and the path bade me climb, and I answered yes, for that's how it works with the dunes, the beach, the lake, and me. What it asks of me, I answer with yes, and answer a question with a question, like therapy, only better. The best improv experience ever. Or maybe a prayer, asked and answered in the breath of the freshening wind off the water. Tell me what it is you want. Walk my path and find out. As I begin my ascent, the sand swallows my shoes. It is cold on my ankles, damp with dew and the lingering fog, but it is not unpleasant. Dune grass and scrub pine give way as I climb to rich sandy soil where white pines and hemlocks stand in brotherhood with the sugar maples, beech trees, and oaks. They stand firm against the winds and nourish and shelter the squirrels, chipmunks, and birds who let me know that this is more their place than mine, but they grant me friendly passage. The leaves show off their May finery as bright and brilliantly green as they are ever dressed. They seem to me to preen, knowing their beauty in the green blood that flows from their taproot to their veins. I hear the constant patter of rain on leaves, yet I am dry as I moved through dappled light. I realize that the leaves still hold the drops from the storm the night, a secret and potent rain to be shared only among themselves, and I am privileged to be granted the opportunity to hear it fall in a tinkling of joy. The wet wood, dirt, and leaf debris, the parents and grandparents of the adolescents on the trees now, and the warm sun smell like the very beating heart of creation to me. Like, this is what the first creatures smelled as the earth warmed after the glaciers melted and created this lake. They scented on the wind, the rich fecundity of life from the water when it was new and the warmth-giving sun. Like me, they turned their faces up to the sky and said, in whatever language they had, yes, and to the beach. I near the top, and I can hear the wind stirring the unseen waves. The ground becomes rootier and rockier, so I step carefully, all the while fouling my ears to the water. The ground levels out before the plunge. The beaches part to reveal the ruffled calm of the morning lake. The sun dances, casting gold coins set to glistening upon its face. The beach is still hidden from me for a few moments more, but my footsteps quicken to the descent I know is upon me. At the brink, I kick off my shoes. I let go of the tree I am holding and I sit. As a younger woman, I plunged over the edge with the abandon of a child, tilting forward with gravity as I ran, arms wheeling for balance. Now, the heart of that younger woman beats strongly still, but cautious of replacement parts, I sit and shove off hard, and I laugh as down I go on my smooth, grainy slide to land on the beach. The lake. I make my way to Lake Michigan through the sucking sand, as graceless as a toddler, yet just as eager. My arms outstretched for balance, yes, but also reaching out to gather in, yes. Reaching out in supplication, yes. Reaching out in thanks, yes. Reaching out in an ecstasy of yes. And I am at the water, in the water. The first shock of cold makes me dance backwards with a shivery laugh. The lake holds on to winter, though the sun heats the top of my head and warms my arms. Feeling brave and ridiculous, I strut back into the cold water and stand as still as can be. My feet sink into the wet sand, a little deeper with every slap of a wave. I watch my toes disappear, my feet disappear. I bend forward to capture a wave in my hands, but like a cloud, its presence seems substantial, yet it disappears to wetness as soon as I close my hands around it, traveling back to join the body of the water, to gather itself again, to come back again in its timeless rhythm. I gaze upon the impossibly blue sky that reflects the water, that reflects the sky, that reflects the water, until I almost can't say where one begins and the other ends, except that gulls don't fly in the water and waves don't cream and crash in the sky. I look out toward the horizon, where the sun lands in sparkles of jeweled light, beating a path over the edge and into the sky. I squint my eyes against the bright intensity and see a white boat with a bright red sail, stitching its seam to and fro, back and forth, as if sewing sea and sky together, and then it, too, disappears over the edge and into the sky.